buy those materials if we need it, right?
Yes, yeah. Welcome back, everybody. Kingmaker Tuesday. Let's get started. Um, we have a kingdom turn to go through, and hopefully we can get through this with some efficiency, because I think that we've prepped pretty well here. So let's take a look. Have everybody in the group please open up the Kingdom Sheet Google Doc. I see at least 2 people on it, but let's get everybody in there, and that's where we're going to do the turn tracker here, and
I
we're
can
going to
always
go through the
share my
turn.
screen too, if that'll make it easier for everyone.
I do want people to scroll through their own activities and choose, right? So make sure you have that ability. Unless somebody can't open it for some reason. But
Yeah. I just was offering.
Turn tracker.
I know Panda's got like a 6-foot long monitor, so she can definitely put that up there somewhere.
No.
Welcome, Julian. All right. With that, we do have everybody here tonight, so amazing. Let's get started. We start off the night with an inspiration, as we do every night. Please light that up on your character sheet. We're going to need it on the kingdom turns, because these are a lot of d20 rolls that you can use these inspirations on. So we have 5 possible rerolls here. But let's get right into it with, if we can, a recap of last week before we rush into the kingdom turn. And also, Julian, you were here just slightly late, but open up the kingdom sheet Google Doc here. If you go to, where is it? Session notes? No. Kingdom
Resources.
Resources. It's that Google Doc right there. Open up the Kingdom Sheets Google Doc, and also the Player's Guide. If you don't have that downloaded, download and open that. And we're going to be doing the turn tracker at the bottom of that Google Doc. So, turn 2. But before we get there, D20s, everybody. Let's do a recap of last week. Turn 2? Yeah, turn 2. Eight, 7. Who are we missing? Just Zeph. Zeph, throw me a d20. DC 7.
Should just be a second.
Oh yeah, guys, I died on my, oh, where's my mouse? Oh, it's gone for a second. I died on my paladin. It's very sad.
On World of Warcraft?
Yeah, 34.
Level.
Oh
Damn.
no.
Yeah, I've already re-leveled to 15 on warrior. I'm just sad though. It was this tank. He said, "Hey, Non, I gotta dab real quick," and we took a break in between session for him, or in between a raid for him to go dab, and then he killed us. So
Damn it. 30s is when it starts to get really fun. I always had a really good.
man, he was just wild. It was Nomergang. It was dangerous. Last
Oh,
boss
bro, you
too.
can't be going to
It was
Normagon.
it was 2 pulls to the last boss, and then he AoE feared because he panicked, and then he pulled 3 groups, and then we wiped. I tried to hearth. I didn't hearth in time. I didn't think we were gonna wipe. I should have hearthed sooner. Zeph, there we go, a 20. Thank you. Beautiful fucking nat 20 right off the bat. All right, everybody light that inspiration up a while. Jupiter, you give us a recap of last week, which, if you need a reminder, we started off over there in the Direwood. But what did we do? How did we get back to Loudwater and all that?
Yeah, I actually, I remember I scrolled up because I'd forgotten. We had started in the depths of Karsus, I believe, and we were looking over what looked to be like this beating heart, and there were these creatures that were eating the heart, and as we kind of stepped forward and engaged them, these golems came to life as the combat ensued, and we ended up defeating them. And after that, I'll be honest, it's a little bit gray for me. I know there was a lot of probably lore explanation as we had more time to investigate.
Yeah, there was some discussion. You guys set the druids up to, for now, maintain the heart constantly being wounded.
Yes.
And then I think we just kind of headed back to Loudwater. Planned to send a zeppelin to pick up um,
Obelisk.
the obelisk and then come back, but that's still up in the air. There was some conversation with Moonfire about whether or not you want the obelisk, and there's some stuff we can touch down on that. But that was pretty much it. You guys handled that area, which if you do end up claiming, you get a monument as you take that temple over. But either way, the druids are set up there. Lyri established as their leader, taking over that whole place. And we jump back to Loudwater for our kingdom turn. So we're at the top of the month. A couple weeks are going to pass as we go over things that have to be handled, the rebuilding of the city, the scouting of more information, preparing for things, building things, crafting weapons, doing some downtime, things like that. So we jump right into the top here on the kingdom turn. So let's see. If you all have that sheet open, which at least 4 of you do, the kingdom sheet in resources, open that up, go to turn tracker, and we're going to start right off with, let me change the music to, let's do the rule of balance. We're going to start off with the assign leadership roles. And I'm going to mostly throw these to your ruler here, Koro, Libera. Libera Stormbringer, the ruler, will make a lot of these initial decisions, but you guys can obviously talk it out as a group. During the upkeep phase, you adjust your leadership statistics. Also, the fame should automatically go up to 3 here, top of the round. You have a choice here to assign a new leadership role. Libera, you could put Zeph in, and I think there was some discussion of it, but I'll throw it to you for that. Everybody's back in Loudwater. You guys sit around a table. Let's move to Loudwater, and let's go to that. Oh, you're already on Loudwater.
Yeah, I imagine it probably would have been like
We'll just go
I
to the
probably would
temple.
have had like a meeting like briefly without Zeph at the table and just discuss the idea of essentially I think it was Zeph being a possible candidate to be a warden and switching around utilizing Harrowleaf, just utilizing basically his knowledge of the city and his experience, and maybe having him actually transfer to be an emissary, something that I think he can fill a little bit better in.
All right, and
think
Brother
Zeph-
Griffin's not part of the thing, right? Let's just move.
I think he has good potential, but I don't see him as a Kelfer. I think he would better suit a warden. Does anyone disagree?
No.
Captain Harrowleaf would just say, as long as he's up for the task. I don't
This
see any
turn will
issue.
be. Next couple of weeks will be a lot for you. You'll obviously be doing a lot of infiltration work and helping out with emissary stuff, but I expect you'll try to make his transition a strong one. New leadership at our phase is going to be hard.
Well, we have a lot of work to do over this week. We've got to rebuild the city. We defend the walls. From what I've seen from the reports, the giants have at least pushed off for now, so we have some time.
I'll try to help out with some of the emissary duties. Just try to help him. At least in the first couple of weeks. Till he gets his bearings.
Very well.
I think I would invite Zeph in, just formally
Zeph, you get invited into the round table.
I'm sure you're aware what this discussion is likely about.
I am.
You came in with bold dreams, but you backed up the talk of your willingness to protect this kingdom, and well, it's unanimous here. We'd like to offer you the warden position, if you'll have it. And we'll try to keep up our end of the bargain. Jupiter tells me of his plans. He'll share with you, I'm sure. But people in the desert, perhaps there's more we can do for them sooner than we had thought.
This is excellent news. I humbly accept your offer.
Jupiter will fill you in on those things, but as far as the next couple of weeks, just utilize Harrowleaf. He's invaluable to us. He used to protect this town with its watch captain. We'll be taking over for him as warden.
You'll see Harrowleaf will nod to you and we'll teach him what he needs to know. It'll be fine.
If I am taking over for Harrowleaf, then what position will Harrowleaf now occupy?
We currently had a vacancy in the emissary department, so he'll transfer over to there.
I see.
It'll be new to both of you. But ultimately, I think he might be better suited towards being a warden.
I humbly agree. My passion is for the health and prosperity of the people and the land. The warden position sounds like the best one suited to that goal.
I'll be honest to you. These next few weeks will be hard on you. These people don't know who you are. And we'll be trying to merge our two peoples together. You'll have to be firm. Utilize Harrowleaf as much as you need to for advice. I imagine it just would devolve into maybe more
Yeah.
the nitty gritty is of it.
Very cool.
Paperwork, or whatever, but
we are moving him into that position. Let's take a look here on what we have to roll.
I know it's a roll.
It is. It is. So, we are. Let's just see. You announced a new leadership role. We're putting him into. So Harrowleaf into emissary.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's fine. But we're gonna be putting Zeph in here for warden. So we need to roll for that, and that will be the warden roll. So the best we have would be a statecraft +6. I would say, Zeph, if you want to roll this.
Sure.
D20 plus
see how
6.
how how well he's integrated that first couple weeks.
Yeah, I can read out exactly. You announce the promotion of a character into a leadership role, whether they're newly appointed or shifting from one role to another. You normally perform this activity at the start of your turn, unless there's an unexpected event like somebody dying. Um, you may immediately use the new leadership activity to assign that role. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Attempt a basic intrigue, politics, statecraft, or warfare skill check. While any of these skills can be used, each skill is particularly suited. And for wardens, nothing special. So yeah, just +6 on statecraft is your best here. Rulers are particularly difficult to assign. That you get a -4 on, but that doesn't matter. A 22. And our control DC is 14, which means that is a success. Not a critical, but a success. The people accept your new leader. The leader immediately provides the benefits with their new role. So, good job. If you got a crit success, it just gives you a +1 to some stuff, but not a big deal. You succeed. You are accepted into the warden role within the town of Loudwater. People don't revolt. People don't mind. Step 2
Okay,
is to
excellent.
adjust unrest. And so for that, one of your first kingdom turns, no, we skip it on the first one, so we already did that. But on this one, we have to adjust unrest. And right now, we actually don't have, after all the adjustments, if it's 10 or higher, add some, we do not have any issues. So unrest does not go up. So that's good. So we are at 3, though. We're not at 10 or higher. We're at 3. Resource collection. So let me just do this here. So 22 for Zeph as warden. Skip because we had no issues on unrest. Step 3 would be resource collection. So this is where we actually get our RP for the week. And we have 5d4 resource dice to roll. So 5d4 Koro, I suppose. Libera.
You got it.
10.
Oh man, really low.
All right,
1,
we have
2,
10
4,
RP.
2, 4.
There's things you can do to get some more, but 10 RP. Finally, if you have any work sites, do we have any work sites established? Let me look
We
at
do
the
not.
grid.
Not yet. Nope.
No. Okay. So no work sites, so no extra materials. Step 4 is pay consumptions. We currently have a kingdom consumption of 2. Spend food commodities equal to your kingdom consumption. Spend 5 RP per point of unpaid, or increase unrest by 1d4. We have enough to spend it on the food, so we'll just empty food down to 0.
We have a consumption of
Kingdom consumption 2.
Yeah, we had that buffer zone.
Yep. So we spent that food, and the town is happy. So 2 food. All right, and that is the upkeep phase. So the kingdom's doing okay, and we have a new ruler. Now we're on the commerce phase. And now this is where you guys get to make decisions, and what we did last time might impact the results, right? So let's take a look here. Collect taxes. So you can collect taxes to bolster your economy-based checks for the remainder of the turn. If you don't attempt taxes, you can instead do an 11 flat check to reduce unrest. And yeah, so that's about it. So we can either reduce unrest or we can try to collect taxes to give us better economy-based checks for this
The
turn.
people are suffering. No time for taxes right now. We don't have to RP it. I wasn't sure.
No, I like it. I'm just leaving space. Libera, Vyri, Valros, any input? Are we good?
Yeah, kind of looking at it, I don't even know if really what we were talking about. I think
I
the
don't know
only
if
thing
this
is
economy-based
trade.
checks are what you're doing this time or not.
Yeah, I don't think we really are, because I know before we were doing like trade agreements and stuff.
So
but
economy is boating, exploration, industry, trade.
yeah, I mean, I think personally, Unless does the request foreign aid, is that also? Because I know we are doing a couple of those.
It does say circumstance bonus to economy-based checks. So
Foreign
But you
aid is
will.
statecraft. Statecraft is
Okay, yeah.
loyalty.
Yeah, that was the only one I was a little unsure about. Yeah, so then honestly, I'm personally good to just skip out on it, try to help out at our unrest.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
you
that
guys-
way we don't get the guaranteed. Like if even if we succeed, we get one unrest on our next turn.
Yeah.
So
So this
yeah,
is
that's true.
an 11 flat check to reduce unrest by 1. Or by 2 if you attempted to collect taxes on the as a success. Oh no, that doesn't matter. Okay, yeah. So just
a
an 11
D20.
flat check to reduce it by 1. So a D20, and you need to hit 11 or higher.
Oh baby. I don't know how
15.
rolling is Lyra,
Nice.
It's just I think Lyrie everybody has control of. So
Oh,
that
man.
brings yeah, we mentioned
just kidding.
I think that was the reply you had last time that we
It's going to be a recurring joke, Nick. Continue.
All right, so collect taxes was skipped. We reduce unrest by 1. So that's good. Unrest down by 1.
Oh, nice.
So now approve expenses, step 2. This is to either improve lifestyle and or tap treasury. Improve lifestyle gives you culture-based bonus checks, but it can also screw you a little bit if you fail on it for economy-based checks, and it gives you unrest and ruin. But if you succeed, you only have a +3. But if you succeed, it gives you culture-based boost. And that would be improved lifestyle, and then you can also or tap treasury, in which case you guys actually make money, but it does cause unrest and problems,
Okay, so you said culture checks.
which I don't think you guys need money, so I think we're skipping the tap treasury.
Yeah, I think we're skipping past this.
Yeah, we're skipping tap treasury, so this would just be if you guys want to boost culture-based checks. That would be improve lifestyle.
Are we doing culture checks? I guess? What's the...
It's a possible +2 to
it's like
culture-based
provide-
checks.
Let's provide care and stuff.
Culture is arts, folklore, magic,
Yeah.
scholarship. So any of
We'll have
those
to
that
keep
have
track
that.
of this better. It's just really tough to see all this in this PDF all at the same time.
Yeah.
So I don't know what culture really relates to, but I didn't hear anything that we're doing. So
no,
I don't
no,
think it
not really.
does. I don't think
Okay.
it really does right now. So I think we can skip it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're good.
All
And I
right,
mean,
so
it gives you a +1, which is okay.
a potential
but
+2
then-
if you crit.
Yeah, and then the failures
Cause a lot of issues.
Yeah, especially
Ruin.
a crit fail.
Ruin and unrest. Yeah. Yeah. And -1 to your checks. All right. So so we'll skip those. Step 3, tap commodities. Now this is trade commodities. So if your kingdom has a stockpile of commodities, you can trade them to bolster your resource points. You don't have a stockpile of commodities, but you have enough to trade some. So there are 5 different categories: food, lumber, luxury, ore, and stone. When you trade commodities, select one commodity that your kingdom currently stockpiles and reduce that stockpile by up to 4. Then attempt a basic industry check. If you trade with a group that you've established relations with, you have a +1 to the check. So anybody that you have trade agreements with. And on a crit success at the beginning of your next turn, you gain 2 RP per stockpile. And let me just double check if we did this last time, because you guys might have gained some from this. So this would be step 3.
I thought we did.
Tap commodities. It says skipped. So I think we
But
skipped it.
We might have
you know-
gained RP from something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what though? We
One
didn't
RP
have
and
trade
commodities.
agreements
You did it-
before.
you did it from the one
we
after
forged
that.
them last time.
Yep,
I think,
yep.
Too.
Yeah. We didn't have any from the very start?
Oh, I'm so sorry. We did
thought
have,
we did
I
have
guess,
one or two.
Baldur's Gate, but we might
Well,
have
I
still
mean,
skipped
either
it.
or. I don't know.
You
I mean,
made us
relative.
go.
Do we want to tap this and gain more RP, or do we want to sit on our resources that we might need for building later on anyway?
Yeah,
That's a
I'd
tough
rather-
So
one. We could buy
unless you
resources, we can't buy
critically
RP.
fail, this kind of just gives you stuff.
Let's try it then. Yeah, I mean, if-
Critically fail, you have a chance to gain 1 unrest, and you still get stuff. So it's a pretty good thing to
So-
do.
don't we have to expend our stock resources though? I
You
mean,
would have to expend a little bit of resources to gain more stuff next turn.
As I'm saying, I mean, we could buy that stuff. We can't buy RP, so I think.
Yeah, I almost want to hold on to it. I think like maybe next couple turns we can start utilizing it. But
Sure.
Well, no, we can't buy RP. We can buy resources, so I feel like we should do it because we can't buy RP, and this is what's going to give us RP.
Yeah,
all right,
this will
so
give
this
you more
yeah,
RP to
then
do
we're good.
things with, which is either experience or that. So, I mean, it's up to
And
you.
there's not really much of a downside on
Yeah.
failures, and I don't. Are we going to be using things like the luxuries or stone on this
No.
turn?
Well,
So
we
we
could
Stone
be
maybe.
building. Yeah, we have to build.
Luxury no.
Yeah, for the 5th building, we need some of that, but we could buy that. Whereas
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
RP could help
exactly.
us with like, I think stuff that we can't really like
Yeah,
purchase.
I
So
would say you might want to do it. You do only have a +2, but you might want to do it.
I almost want to say we could do the ore and the luxury.
why don't we burn an inspiration on this?
Well, you don't have to call that out until you fail. So I let you roll,
That's
and then
true.
if you fail, you can inspire it.
Okay. Who wants to roll? Who feels like they'd be the commodity? This feels like a Valros roll.
No. You're the general's been pushing this idea. He gets
I'll
to.
roll. Fuck it.
No. Yeah, that's what happens.
That wasn't even me.
I'll use my inspiration.
Oh no, a natural one. All right, that we have a +2. Oh,
That's
that
a
makes
So
it a
that's
13, which
13.
is 1 under the control DC. So the failure's not a bad thing here, which is why I said you should probably do this. So on a failure, you gain 1 RP or 1 resource dice at the beginning of your turn.
Of your next
Of your
kingdom
next
turn.
turn. Yeah, so you only
So
gain
that's
1
not bad.
RP instead of gaining a bunch. What commodity did you spend? And how
Uh,
much of it? Because you gain 1 per one, right? So you can spend up to
then
4.
I would probably just spend the luxury.
Spend the just 1 or 2.
Sure.
Just
Yeah,
1.
I would. I just one.
All right.
Yeah, I maybe see it not work and not want to continue.
All right. So trade commodity. So 1 luxury, and then we're gonna get 1 RP next turn.
Seeing that happen, Valros would be like, "Really? The
Yeah, it's like
luxuries? We don't need the ore. We don't need the stone, really. But the luxuries,
Just
man, the
like
luxuries."
handing away some like
What are we
elven
doing with all these
it's
silverware.
like
quilted
I'm like
blankets?
trading away like silk
Yeah.
blankets.
Let's see here. So perfect. So
Maybe
step.
next time we should leave that to the person that, can talk really well.
I didn't want to, but he goaded me on and said I
did.
couldn't do it.
Ah.
And then I felt bad and I just gave them everything.
So step
You have a
4.
bleeding heart.
Wait, we don't have any of the
Oh,
blankets.
hey, call back. Step 4, manage trade agreements. So this would be if you've established trade agreements, you can manage them. And now I thought I have a list over here. Trade
We
agreements:
have
Baldur's
4?
Gate, Elturel, Silvery Moon, and Cormyr. So you have 4 trade agreements you can manage. You send out agents to establish trade agreements. Spend 2 RP per trade agreement you wish to manage. Then attempt a trade check. If your managed trade agreements on the previous turn, the DC is 5 higher. So 23 success. So we did manage a trade agreement, but it looks like we only managed 1.
Yeah, we got the rest last time.
And we also, because we had a success, you guys get to choose either a resource dice or a commodity at the start of this turn. Which one do you guys want? This was from last time. You guys had a success last time, so you get 1 RP dice or a commodity.
Well, let's just take the RP dice because
Definitely, yeah.
that's what we were trying to do with
Roll a
our
D4.
luxuries.
This is from last kingdom turn. You guys get a D4 from your trade agreements of RP.
Nice roll.
3. So all right. So and does anybody remember who we did that agreement with last time?
Baldur's Gate was the only one we had at the start of the turn.
Okay,
last
so
time.
Baldur's Gate. So Baldur's Gate is a DC 19. Everywhere else is a 14. If you guys want to do this, and you have
Didn't
4
we
people
talk
you can
about
do it with.
sending groups out, Koro?
That was more for
New agreements?
like the activities
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
Oh.
So this
Yeah,
is
I think we
just
should do it.
this is
There's no
just to
downside, pretty
the
much.
3 people you can, your 3 trade agreements you can start absorbing things from. And if you want to tap Baldur's Gate again, it's just a little harder.
So
Let's try it.
we just got 3 resource points, so let's burn 2 and just manage 1.
Cormir?
Spend 2
Doesn't
RP per trade agreement you want to manage here. So
We
yeah.
have 10 plus the
we have
3 that we
13.
gathered.
Yep.
Why don't we? I mean, even if we fail on the higher check, we would gain 1 RP
on the
for
next
trade
turn.
agreement at the start
So
of your next turn. That's actually then we're negative on that.
Critical fails just means that like next turn you guys don't get to do trade agreements. So that's
Yeah,
the
that's not
real
good.
downside. Everything else is pretty good.
I mean, the failure's not the best though. You're trading away 2 RP and only getting 1 back. It's not
Yes.
bad, I guess. I
I
mean,
just got a bunch though.
I'm
it's
cool
a
to do
D,
it. I'd say,
it's a DC 14 and we have a +5, so
yeah, let's
better
do
than
it.
50-50.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's gamble.
All right, so we got 4 agreements. So Baldur's Gate, let's save that for last since it's a 19. Let's start. Do we do Cormir?
Yeah, might as well do. We're only going to
Go
be
talk to
doing
the
1,
hot
right?
lady in the desert.
Is there any benefit to picking specific people? No, right? It's just pick one agreement.
If you pick the same one as you did last time, it's
You can pick
harder.
you can do all 4. You can do all of your agreements. But yeah,
There's no
if
benefit to being a certain person and negotiating.
Okay,
no,
yeah, I mean, I'm cool
no,
with
it's
Cormir
all
then.
the same. It's all the same.
You're saying there's a hot lady and she's in the desert. Obviously, it should be Zeph who rolls that one.
Are you sure we should all be wearing this, Zeph? I just don't
That's
understand.
literally how I decided who we selected for trade agreements. I was like, which
So
one?
who wants to roll? I think Valros is.
Oh no,
Most
no,
skilled.
Zeph is the desert guy and he likes the hot lady in the desert, so Zeph
Why do you
can
keep
roll
asking me
that.
how tall she is?
Well, this is Cormir's not a desert. Just to clarify.
Wasn't it down towards the deserty area?
It's southern of the desert, but this is a
Yeah.
very lush green forest. It's the Dale Lands.
Oh,
It's
whatever.
green, lush hill lands right off the Moon Sea, some mountainsides and valleys, and yeah, Cormier's a nice area. All right, so this
Well,
is a 10,
Not the desert.
which would be a failure. Do we want to re-roll or keep it? For a failure, you gain 1 RP at the start of your next turn.
Okay, I'll burn it. I'll burn the inspiration. Here we go.
It's not that big a deal. You don't want.
It's your call. It's your call. We have more things to roll, so. Hey, a 20 is a success. So perfect. So I'm going to write that down right here. So Cormir. And this will be for next turn. RP or commodity. We'll just write a 20 to a success. Success. Okay, perfect. And we have 2 more agreements here or 3 more agreements we can manage. And that would be Silvery Moon.
I think we want to keep our we're down to 11 RP, so I think we wanted to keep those, right?
I
It's
thought
up
we
to
were
you
gonna
guys.
manage our trade agreements with all of them, or we're gonna.
It's 2 RP per.
Yeah.
So now we're at 11, and we managed
Don't think we
Cormir.
should do Baldur's Gate, but I think we should do at least like one more of the other.
Yeah, let's do one more and
Let's
see
do
how it
one
goes.
more.
If we get a good roll,
Silvery
Cool.
Moon, because we could flavor that as like when we go there for the other thing.
Yeah,
where-
perfect. Silvery
for the
Moon.
trade agreement.
All right, so let's get a D20 plus 5 here.
The elf will roll for the elves. Oh wait, no. Okay,
oh
someone.
gosh, don't let me roll anymore.
Unfortunately, that is just a failure. So 1 RP next turn. All right, so I'll put that in as a 12, 1 RP. And then, do we want to do it again?
I don't like our luck so far.
Okay.
So no.
Yeah, I think
Let's
we'd
leave
be
it.
conservative here. So
Let's
yeah.
leave it. We got 9 RP left. We're in the kingdom activity phase, which means each of you gets 3 activities that we get to go through. And I think we've kind of already picked them out. And of course, as always, I love to add some role play into what you choose and how you do it. But let's go top of the list. We're going to start with our ruler. And Libera, that would be you. What would you like to do for your 3 kingdom activities?
Yeah, sorry. Let me just. I didn't have the link for myself.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time.
Sweet. So I think it would make sense to start out with before we start. We have a big kind of expedition going out towards Silver Moon in general. So I think I would get together with more RP wise. It's still my kingdom turn, but like kind of
Yeah.
help out Harrowleaf, try to do an infiltration, and just try another go at the Storm Giants. Kind of maybe like talking to him about what had kind of worked and didn't work last time I had talked to Kelfer about it, and just kind of trying to get like maybe a better angle at it, like just trying to figure out as much as we can about the Storm Giants.
Okay. Perfect. Throw me let me see here. Infiltration, right? Infiltration.
Yeah, and I imagine like that's like before I leave, and then during the time that.
Yeah. You send out spies to gather intelligence on neighboring nations, cults, thieves' guilds, or other bordering areas, unclaimed freeholds, or unexplored adventure sites. Alternatively, you can simply send spies out to investigate the current health of your kingdom. Attempt a basic intrigue check. Intrigue +3. And we'll see what we get. DC 14. Oh, that's a natural 1.
I think we rolled really bad on it last time too.
Do we
so-
leave it?
I'm leaving it. Yeah, I have more important roles to.
You never hear from your spies again. But someone certainly does. And you take a -2 penalty to your kingdom checks until the end of the next turn as counter infiltration from an unknown enemy tampers with your kingdom's inner workings.
Damn, we
Oh,
have
man.
-2 to all of our rolls then.
Um, you
Or to
take a
mine.
-2 on all kingdom checks. Are you
No.
Okay,
sure
could
you don't want
yeah,
to
I was gonna say,
reroll
I'm sorry.
that?
I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was that. Yeah, can I please reroll
You
that?
guys
I'll
are
I
going
don't
to
reroll.
think
get
I
spied
don't think
on
critical
and
failures.
sabotaged. Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
say this: critical failures are not good with any of them, from what I've read. They have
Some
a
of
lot
them are like,
negatives.
but yeah, that one's definitely rough.
I mean, I'm not trying to dick us over for that. It sounds horrible. Storm giants infiltrating us.
They send
I'll take the L on
spies
this
to
one, guys.
fuck up your kingdom.
Especially while we're gone, dude. Oh my god, no, I'm good.
All right, let's do a reroll. Ooh, all right. We only need a 4 to not critically fail. I mean, above a 4. No, wait, a 4.
Okay, let's
No,
retreat.
wait. Oh, because it's a nat 1. Yeah, because it was a nat 1. So anything other than a nat 1 and you're good.
All right, 5%
Yeah.
chance to fuck it up again, you boys.
Woo!
Hey.
Hey! It's not a critical success, but it's a good fucking roll.
I'll take it. You know what, Nick?
We're going to take that success. You learn something helpful about the target, but the information is vague and imprecise. So I'm gonna give you that after, but I'm just gonna note that down here. So
You know,
You get a +2
Storm
to all your
Giant.
kingdom checks.
Intel 20 vague. I'll note that down. And then perfect. So we'll infiltrate for some info. 2 more activities.
all right, after that horrible almost disaster. So I guess while I'm still in the area, the next thing I would try to do is a pledge of fealty to the druids in particular. Now I know, the druids are in there, but I assumed I don't know. I assume there's other groups maybe as well that they kind of loosely work with or whatever. So just in general, trying to lock that whole area down. Maybe even just once again, like RP wise, going there with Lyrie, trying to smooth things over. Just tell them that
Yeah.
essentially this is how it's gonna have to be. Like we can't just be
You offer them a place in your kingdom,
Yeah.
granting them benefits of protection, security, prosperity in exchange for their fealty. Go ahead and roll a statecraft +6.
Come on, baby. Oh, fucking god damn it. I just
Holy shit.
Man, we are
Jesus.
throwing these nat ones out tonight. The group refuses to pledge to you. Furthermore, it will never pledge fealty to your kingdom, bearing significant in-play
my God.
changes or actions by your PCs. The group's
Valros will give
potentially
up.
violent rebuff of your
You'll give
offer
up your
increases
inspiration.
unrest by 2 and increase ruin of your choice by 1. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
Valros is going to give his inspiration.
Oh boy. You know what,
You
boy,
might
buddy?
want to.
You
I'm telling you,
roll this
don't let
one.
us roll tonight, man. I'm telling you,
You
don't let
roll.
me.
You roll mine, Valrus. I'm bringing you, and I'm like, I didn't mean it like that. It's not. We don't own you. It's just Valros, please.
Fuck!
Explain feudalism. It's not. It's not like that. It's different. We're a council. Oh god. Oh, and +5, so 10. Or
Just
6.
like I imagine at some
11.
point through these negotiations, the druids like find out you're sleeping with Lyrie, and they're just like, "Wait a minute, this is corrupt."
I'm not even sleeping with her. What do you?
All right,
Who told you?
Valros, what did we get here? A 5 + 6 for an 11. Okay, so just a failure. The group refuses to pledge to you at this time. You can attempt it again next turn. Increase unrest by 1. Town's unhappy about it.
Thank you
Suckers.
for that, Valeros. That was horrible. I didn't. Who told him that? Was it slavery rumors? They think I'm sleeping with Lyrie.
I don't know. I don't know. But perhaps next time we send somebody else to speak with the druids.
And to hell with you too, Valros. All
All
right.
right. Final activity.
And then obviously other people are going to be going with me for this, but just specifically my portion, we'd be taking the airship. Vyri, were you coming with me for that for some of your stuff? Or okay, so Vyri, I imagine I would have taken Lyrie. Invited the Elven twins, specifically trying to get all the elves in on
All
this.
the elves go on a party.
Yeah, specifically Liberia, knowing he's not an elf, he's gonna try to bring as many of them as possible.
Look
to
at
go
all my elven
negotiate.
friends.
All the elves, they suffer. But yeah, I'm gonna try to utilize that and request for an aid from Silvery Moon. You know, trying to utilize some of the context that we have talked to before, and maybe push a little bit more politically this time to try to get their aid. help us.
Diplomatic relations with another group you request aid from. When
Oh.
disaster strikes, you send out
Can
the
I-
call for help from other nations. Go ahead.
I wanted to mention it real quick. I
Yeah.
did have focus attention to Liberia for the
Absolutely.
druids.
You did. I'm so sorry.
You can, you guys can choose to focus attention on any of these for basically rolling the same check to give the
I
person
did
a
forget
+2,
about that.
right?
No, that's okay. I should have remembered. I mean, it's So I don't know if Valros, you wanted to save your inspiration, and then we can just, obviously still keep the RP.
Well, the
but-
problem is he did get a crit failure, which means it reduces it to 1. So I think he needs the reroll still.
What's
What's
the
what
what's
the focus
provide?
attention isn't it? Is it only +2?
I think it's only
not advantage.
+2.
Okay, never mind. I
Let
thought
me
it was
double check
advantage.
focused attention.
I might have to
+2 bonus.
reconsider.
Does it help from an 11 to a 13? Probably not, right?
DC's
No.
14.
DC 14.
Yep.
Got it.
DC 14. One away.
Big rip. I might reconsider using that. +2
Yeah.
doesn't really seem to kind of be worth it.
I mean, there's been a couple that were just 1 or 2 away from a crit, but
I just rolled really bad. I mean,
Zeph
you
had
know,
a 22. He's 2 away from a crit. But yeah, unfortunate. I think that you might want to use it for somebody else, and feel free to jump in and change your mind at any point and say I'll focus attention that and try to roll it and give him a +2. Feel free for all of you to do that for one of your things.
Yeah, I already had it written down, so I'm kind of
Yeah.
I'm held to it. So
No, you can move it around. Libera, third activity was the Request foreign
request
aid
foreign
here.
aid, yeah.
Let's go ahead and do that. A statecraft +6 with Silvery Moon.
Oh, baby! Okay. Take.
All right, a 17.
Hey.
That is a success. Choose the benefits given by the aid. Either roll a resource dice or gain RP equal to the results, or gain a +2 circumstance bonus to a check. So you can either gain RP or you can gain a +2 bonus to a check.
I almost want to kind of make up for the RP we lost. I know we're
Yes, we're a
trying to
little
utilize
low
it
on
for
RP. Yeah.
for craft. I'm sorry, not crafting, for building, right?
Yeah. Roll a d4. All
I'll
right,
take a
3 RP. So we're back up to so 10, 11, 12. We're up to 12. All right, so request aid. Silvery Moon gives you some supplies, and you're up to 12 RP. All right, and we're on to Jupiter. Jupiter, what are your 3 activities?
So were you saying I don't have to have the focused attention or not?
No,
'Cause-
you can tell me what they are right now. You make up your mind in this moment. You know, the previous stuff was just you trying to figure out what you want to do, but you can choose to change it until the very last
So-
moment.
So I have my pledge of fealty for Zeph's people in the desert.
Okay.
So I might kind of pull him to the side. And, Zeph, how many people are in the desert?
My tribe numbers a few dozen, but they themselves have alliances with other peoples of the desert, nomads and such. You could potentially recruit up to about 100 individuals in total with all of our alliances.
We wish to bring them into the fold, provide care where needed, maybe even, well, my brother can explain that one. He's more gifted with that craft, but maybe even a means to increase the transportation time or decrease it. Yeah, and I guess he'd kind of maybe want to. It's in the chat about
Yeah.
one airship going that way, another airship going to Silvery Moon, and
And then just
looking to help him out.
Very
jump
cool.
in, just in case it mattered, but
Mhm.
we had talked about trying to utilize the tower's teleportation circle. Is that something that we could try to do while we're setting up and doing everything over there?
So that is one thing I wanted to cover is that Moonfire, and I have it noted here for the end of the Kingdom turn, or once we finish all our decisions, but Moonfire is going to go over the obelisk and the summoning circle and some of the things you guys can do with it, and then she's going to leave. So I will add that in, and you guys can definitely use the circle to teleport groups around. However, it's limited. You can only teleport to places that you have other teleportation circles in,
Yeah.
or you can. It does have some already previously linked locations, but Moonfire tells you that she does not know where they go. So you can use it for things that you know where you're going. But I would say Zeph, you don't have a teleportation circle there. Waterdeep, there's one. Silvery Moon, there's one for anybody that's been there.
Well, I guess the goal was the wizard's tower. We were trying to take that teleportation circle and essentially move it to the desert to try to connect. Because the desert's stupidly far.
Yeah. You guys could set one up there. You'll just have to fly over first.
Cool.
Yeah. So that'd be fine. But let's go ahead and do this roll. So, Jupiter, this is a pledge of fealty. Yes. And we have a +6.
Zeph did a focused attention, right?
Zeph doing a focus attention
Yes.
on this. So Zeph, let's start with that. Go ahead and give me your focused attention, a d20 +6. All right. Um, and are we keeping that? Just double checking.
I don't know what's going on. I don't really. I thought I
This
was
is Zeph.
rolling.
This is Zeph's focused attention
I've
for
already
you.
burned my
I'll be-
inspiration.
Okay, so on a
Isn't-
success, you give him a +2. On a failure, nothing happens. So unfortunately, it's just a failure, Zeph. And then we go back to you, Jupiter. No
I
bonus
thought
from Zeph.
focused attention is just a +2. Now I'm.
Yeah, they attempt the same DC 20 that you attempt. And if they fail, they don't do any benefit. If they succeed, they give you a +2. On a success, you gain a +2. It's still a
Yeah,
roll.
it's really not worth it.
It's
That is not worth it at all. That's never getting used ever. Like I'm glad. Sorry, man. That's like, jeez.
Yeah, no, it's still a roll. Unfortunately, he does not succeed, so it's just a regular roll for you, a +6 on pledge fealty.
Oh, thank God. I was like, please.
It's
See, if he
almost a 3, holy
succeeded, he
shit.
would have given you a crit. Unfortunately, he didn't succeed, so that's just a success. And you don't claim the hex the group is in, but you immediately roll a resource die. You must spend RP equal to the result to integrate the group into your kingdom. So you don't have the hex claimed, but they will integrate for 1 RP, so that's good. So we're down to 11, and I'm just going to mark
Take it,
there.
baby.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
That low roll was good.
It's the kind of
Go
nat one I'm
ahead and-
talking about, baby.
Yeah, that one day mattered, yo.
Oh, and it increases our kingdom size by 1?
It does, it does. Um, only if you crit succeeded, but he didn't crit succeed, so he didn't get the kingdom into the group yet. But they are loyal
Yeah,
to your
but
group.
but
and
we
they
do
give
get the
you-
kingdom size, right?
No, I think it just says as critical sex,
'Cause-
but you don't claim the hex. Let me just see. Yeah, so that claiming hex is what increases your kingdom size.
Okay.
Yeah, which is fine. So it's just their group agreed. And you, let me see, you integrate them into your kingdom. So you basically have a lot of their people, they agree to be a part of your kingdom, but you don't own that hex yet until you make your way over there, or if you critically succeed, which is weird. I don't know how, but yeah, that's what it says. All right, that is 1 activity for you, Jupiter. Pledge of Fealty. What's your second one?
I have down here provide care. I believe, or not provide. Yeah, provide care.
Go for it. What are we doing for provide care? Let's see. Attempt a basic defense check to organize and encourage your settlement's healers, apothecaries, medics, and caregivers to support your citizens in need. +6 defense check.
6 defense check. Okay.
14
Right
That
on the money, I hope.
is right on the money. Your care soothes the worries and fears. Reduce unrest by 1. We're down to 2 unrest.
I just imagine Jupiter might, walk among the people and, try to put a face. I think maybe trying to lean into more of like the healing aspects, maybe even like kind of maybe wanting to bring like Lyrie and see how like she helps, channel more of the power of Maliki and just seeing that. So that'd be my second one. And then quickly, I'm gonna go with a. I think I'm gonna do. I'm trying to find it here. Is the magic one the prognostation or the super? yeah, no statecraft.
Organization.
Send diplomatic envoy. I want to send a diplomatic envoy to the Druids.
Okay.
I
Yeah. Yeah.
don't know if we can.
Hey, it's us
Maybe
again.
like I hear about it. I wasn't there, and I'm like, I have to deal with this.
Go
We're
for it.
trained in it, so it's
Yeah.
a D20 plus
Plus 6 for your statecraft. Yeah.
Damn.
An 11. Your envoys are
No.
received, but the target organization isn't ready to engage in diplomatic relations. If you attempt to send an envoy in the next kingdom turn, it's a +2 bonus to the check, which is a good thing for you. Like,
Cool.
because
Yeah,
you've
no, that's
done
not
this
bad.
once, it could be better next time. So you have a
Yeah,
+2 next time. I'm going to note that down.
I'll take that. That's
so-
definitely
I'm
That's
not
fine by me.
sleeping with Lyrie, so could you just talk to me?
Druid
Fruit basket
envoy
after.
+2 next check.
Cool. So we reduced unrest with the provide care. We
And you've
made some
sent some
headway with the
potential
Druids,
relaxation to the druids. Yeah.
and then established the big one with the hex.
Yeah.
So we didn't claim it, but we have it
It's a
technically. So
really
it's like
weird wording. Yeah, because
You can still claim it technically on our turn, though.
you
right
can
now, right?
claim it on your turn, but you don't
There's still a
immediately
chance for us to
claim
own
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. I mean, hey,
Maybe
still
they're like
that's really cool.
integrating still or something.
So Vyri.
You know what
Uh,
it is? It's like a U.S. territory.
Yeah.
It's not a. It's not a state. It's a
It's
U.S.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's our
It's a
kingdom's
Stormhaven
territory.
territory.
Our Puerto Rico.
Let's go to Vyri. You have 3 options here.
Going to quell unrest,
Quell away.
which
Let's see
I
here.
can't find in the list.
Well, us.
Help.
Quell
Why is it
unrest
not
here.
organized? There we go.
Page or line 209. You have a +3 for your best, and there's a lot of options: politics, warfare, or intrigue. You can quell on westward warfare. March your armies in the streets, just like dun dun dun. Just marching armies.
We are not here to enslave the druids.
Intrigue.
How do you quell unrest? Oh,
I was
12.
gonna do intrigue.
Intrigue. Okay. That is a
I
failure, so you
fail.
fail to reduce it. But what do you do? What is the intrigue? What's the role
Basically
play?
being. Oh, I don't fucking know, Nick. I
It's whatever
wasn't
it is. How do
thinking.
you quell the unrest? What do you say? What do you do? What's the
So-
intention?
Trying to take a note out of Kelfer's book. She's trying to just go around, talk to people, and be like, "It's okay. I don't think the storm giants will come back," which is not helping in any way, shape, or form. But she tried.
A whisper campaign.
Whisper
Indeed. So
camp.
you just kind of like go door to door, you check on the townsfolk. Vyri gives off somewhat creepy vibes, but unfortunately doesn't calm anybody down. So that's a failure, but I'll mark it down there. 2 more activities.
We are now going to rest and relax. And we're gonna go spend some time in the woods with the druids and just chill.
Okay, I think there's no roll for this, right? Let me see.
Yes, there is.
Oh God. All right, what do you have to roll?
I'm
to
not
rest?
relaxed.
Oh, we're not relaxing.
Just so
We have a
tense.
+5 to it, so.
Rest and relax. Here it is. So, working nonstop can burn out even the most devoted and dedicated individual. Trade or wilderness. This would
You
be
know,
wilderness
fuck it.
+5.
I'm gonna inspiration that because I want a +2 on my next one, and I roll not
Yeah,
any
so
better.
it's just a failure. The rest is welcome, but no particularly beneficial. Not particularly beneficial. So yeah,
I just can't do this massage. I'm sorry, Valerie. I appreciate the talent.
You know what? I'm just gonna go hire my adventurers again.
Okay.
So this is an RP as well.
Mhm.
So 1d4 plus 3 for the roll. First.
One resource die, and spend RP equal to the result.
Hey! It still doesn't end.
Roll a d4. Let's see
Oh
how much you
wait,
have to
it's a
spend.
+2 circumstance bonus to resolve the event during the next event phase. What does that mean? What's the event phase?
Let me just see. So this is.
Last one.
So this would be them going after the big piggy again.
You want them to
'cause they
finish
failed.
Tusk Gutter. That will finish
Yeah.
it. That will finish it. Very cool. And you do have to roll a d4 for me, just to spend that resource point. Beautiful.
Good roll.
Nice roll.
Alrighty, and that will complete Tusk Gutter, which... Oh, I don't even have him on the map there, but that will be cleared out, and I'll add that experience.
Do we get any loot for doing that and shit?
You get a couple things. Let me pull up the quest log. I'll have to pull it up. Let me just note this down for now. I'll find it after. You do get some stuff. Tusk Gutter.
Deliver Tuskgutter's head to the barracks so Vacal can spit in the dirty pig's eye.
Yes, but there's a little bit more. It's just not written in there for reward. So I'll find the reward. There's
Okay.
experience and a reward. I'll pull that up for you. Tusk Gutter complete. Very cool. 1 RP. All right, and Valros, we're on to you. 3 activities.
All right. First thing that Valros is going to do is set up some luxury good merchants to come in and set up a feast for some of the key people in town so that they can rest and relax.
Okay.
So
Just don't know if I want to eat.
So you're doing a rest and relax?
Yeah,
Plus
there
5
we go.
trade or something?
And of course, his yeah, it's +5 for the trade.
All right. That will be a
20.
23.
Yeah,
Spoon's delicious.
so that reduces the unrest by 1.
Common nerves reduce unrest by 1. We're down to 1 unrest. Very nice.
So yeah, Valros is a very good host. The feasts are great. The people love all these luxury goods. It's excellent. Second thing Valros does is he sends out some dispatches to his contacts in Baldur's Gate, specifically those nobles that he knows don't like his father. And that's a request for an aid. Yeah, there it is. So that's
Yep.
a +6. So we'll do that.
2 birds, 1 stone. Let's see.
4
Okay,
plus 6.
that's a 10.
10. Your
Your
allies.
allies marshal its resources but cannot get aid to you in time to deal with your current situation. Next kingdom turn, you gain a d4 RP.
That's still good.
Hey, that's still not bad.
Yeah, it's not a bad failure. And yeah, Valros would be like, damn, I was positive that my family name would gain more favor. I guess not. Damn it.
Likely
and
stifled
then
by your father.
yeah.
God
And
damn it,
then
Dad.
the last thing he would do is try to provide some care to the people in town and so forth. So we'll do a provide care. So that's
All right, that's a +6 defense.
+6.
That's a
So what is
15, so that's a success. Your care soothes the worries, reducing the unrest down to 0. Okay.
Well, it would seem I'm not capable of getting us any resources, but I do so manage the people well. And that'll be his 3.
Beautiful. That is pretty damn good. Provide care is actually, it's now a +7 because the unrest went down. That's nice. So some things went up here. And that moves us to Zeph. Zeph,
Wonderful counselor.
your first time in the leadership role. You have 3 leadership activities. One of them has been the focused attention. What are the other 2?
His
Yes.
the other 2 is to reduce the unrest, which we don't have anymore.
Yeah, we don't have any unrest. So if you did something for that, you could move that around. But Zeph, I'll throw it to you.
Well, my other 2 moves were both related to unrest, so we're gonna have to figure something else out off the cuff here.
Well, you can talk to the party here, but yeah, you have
Could
two things to do.
Could he do pledge of fealty to the desert people? I know that's a rule
Let me
on-
just double check what it reads.
like to try to claim the hex, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I
Spitballing.
really want to claim the hex.
I mean, we have a chance to claim it later on in our turns too, but throwing out.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you. What was the? Let me see.
They pledged their fealty to us, but we just didn't claim it.
Pledge of fealty was a 22. You were 1 away from a crit. If you want to try one more time, I'll let you do the focused attention again. And if you succeed on it, then you'll bump him up to a crit success. So I know you failed
Ooh.
once on it, but I'll let you try it a second time.
Speak to your people, Zeph.
Which would mean that you're going to do that same roll for a pledge of fealty, a +7 statecraft.
Oh,
So-
it's a +7 now, though.
And because the unrest went away.
Okay, Valrose. Oh, then it was the +7.
A 14
Just
is a
barely.
success.
Just barely. Good
So that
shit.
will, because Valros reduced the unrest, and because Jupiter got a 22, you're going to bump him up to a 24. So that will make that an immediate critical success. You get a specific boon or advantage for the group's entry, so I have to find that. But you also claim the hex that they dwell in, and your kingdom size goes up by 1.
Ay.
That was huge. Good shit, Valros and Zeph.
It's like
Nice.
there's absolutely no skill involved whatsoever. It's pure random luck. But still, I'll take the compliment.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I mean, you were the one who, you were the one who you wanted to go so far for the unrest. I mean,
All right, very cool.
I mean, all 3 of ours were geared towards unrest.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's actually everyone needed to do it for that to happen.
oh shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
now we know, like for our next turn, we know that whoever goes first, maybe try to get the unrest to 0 so
Or-
that we get better
Yes.
rolls.
Can
Could
we
possibly, like, me go,
have
like-
our people that are like going to reduce unrest go first?
Yeah, I
we
mean,
can
you
do
guys
how
can
we
do
want.
whatever you want in order, and this is definitely something you guys can work out in future turns. But obviously we're still learning, right? But yeah, if there's a
For sure
better
know
better
that.
route you guys want to go, definitely do that in the future. This
That
is
still leaves me
just
with 1, right?
yeah, this is just to try to help you guys have some order to
Yeah,
it.
you still need 1 more.
Final one for you, Zeph.
What
I-
more can I do with the desert?
Well, one thing that might be interesting, though I don't know what the events are, but prognostication
That's a cool
doesn't
one, yeah.
have that. Well, I mean, it does have a bad downside on a
You guys
critical
can't.
fail.
You guys don't have the ability to do
Oh,
magic checks.
we're not trained in magic.
not
That's
trained
why I
in
didn't
magic.
pick it. Yeah.
Could we do creative solution? Same thing, isn't it? Or it's just slightly different, actually. I lied.
You work with your kingdom scholars, thinkers, and magical mundane experiments. Come up with new ways to resolve issues. Attempt to scholar check.
No, probably not. Then it's not quite. the same.
We could always try the infiltration again. I mean, we're bumped up to a +4 now. Or is there anything here that gives us goods?
What about our? Do we have any other events that need to be taken care of?
Oh yeah. Look at our
Why don't
On
we
the
quest
hire?
map.
log.
We could hire adventurers to deal with that, and
Oh,
see.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Zeph, you want to send some
Hire some
adventurers
people
to
from the
one of the
desert or something,
hexes?
you know?
I do. Let's
You
do
can
it.
you can choose a specific hex or any hex. So you guys know there's a snare filled glade over here. I think you know that. No, you don't know that. That's hidden.
We know it's the hex.
You
Yeah,
can
you
tell
don't know
us
that
again.
either.
Whoa.
Fangberry thicket. So there's fangberries up there. There's worms down here that could be killed. You guys know.
We gotta take care of the radish soup, for God's sakes.
Get us the radish soup, Zeph. Our people crave
Get them the radishes.
I think, I don't know, the worm?
You
I
could
mean, it's
also
really close to us.
you can also just send them anywhere.
And what happens then?
They'll attempt to clear the hex. I'll go to this hex. I'll go to that hex, whatever it might be.
Why don't we? I said the worm den. Let's clear the quests around us.
Alright.
Or the goblin raiders. I just figured we might want to deal with the
There
goblin
is
raiders.
also
or
an oral bar. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
we
lie,
dealt
it's
we
really
dealt with
cool.
the goblin raiders. That's done and done.
Okay.
Yeah, if the hex is cleared, it's done.
Okay. So then the worm den. Yeah. I mean, that's what my vote would be.
Stuff, worm den, or is oral bar? Or no, it's only quest settings, right? So I guess, yeah. Worm den for me.
I'll even just get rid of ones that don't matter.
Send
Actually, no.
Let's
we
go to
should
have
leave
them
it
send
there.
to the field the cloud giants.
You can. Yeah,
Get
you
out.
can send them to that. So where do you send them,
They're
Zeph?
level 20, Zeph. Where did you find these people?
Zeph, you
Yes,
want
the desert provides.
Everyone's level 20 in the desert?
That's right.
Why didn't you tell us sooner?
Zeph, would
Need
you
our
like
help.
to send them to the worm den? Send some adventurers there.
Is there any destination I can send that's east of Loudwater, closer to the desert?
I mean, any square. Right.
Okay.
So
We
like,
don't know what's happening in Lork, I think, yet. We have like rumors, but we never actually met that way. If you wanted to do like something more like that.
I mean, at the very least, we'll find out what's there, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
you
that's
see
pretty
that,
huge too. I mean,
that hex that's between the magical scavenger and the Dread Rock Tower. It's
sure.
northeast of Oralbar.
Sure,
That's
sure.
the one I'm gonna try to send them to.
Okay, you said adventurers there. It's an exploration +4 check. D20 +4.
oh,
That's a success. The continuous event doesn't end, but you gain a +2 resolution. So they come back. It's gonna end because they come back with information that hex. It's clear, however, there's a waterfall. It's difficult to pass. You could use a bridge or something, but boats can't get past there.
oh, interesting.
Not without some type of invention or
Yeah,
Panama Canal or
that's-
something.
Could we have something to mark that actually? Because that's in. So we like literally we would have to take care of and do something like that, and then
Dellenbar
to even
Cascade.
go up. That's cool.
But they will clear it.
All right, awesome. There you go. That's my turn.
Alrighty. And with that, leader activities are complete. Hurrah. Let's try to finish off the kingdom turn before break, so that we have a little bit of time after break to actually play if we want to, if you guys are feeling okay. I know some people were exhausted. Region activities. Let's go down to that step. We have 3, and this is the kingdom makes these decisions together. We have 3 region activities to make. Have we chosen them? Do you guys need a moment to discuss?
I give my vote already.
All right. Well,
yeah, it was already a
Libera,
majority.
Libera, go over it, and then if anybody wants to add any discussion, yeah.
I think because I think all 3 we had 3 votes for the same thing, so it was just majority wise. It was claim hex, establish worksite, and fortify hex.
Claim hex.
I didn't say I agreed with it, but I agreed with it.
Cool. It sounds
Well,
like
your
we're
vote doesn't even matter anymore.
establish work site and fortify. Is that what you said?
Yeah, sorry. Claim hex, establish worksite, and fortify.
All right, cool. So claim hex. We have a +6 wilderness roll. You have
That was the question.
reconnoitred the hex to be claimed. Yes, yeah. So any hex that has no color on it, you're good to take. Where are we moving to?
Yeah, I mean, we have a couple options. Correct me if I'm wrong. There was also a forge that we knew about in the Goblin Raiders.
But the
thing,
Goblin
right?
Raiders comes with a forge, which I should add that onto here.
It's up to you guys. I think I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. Alchemy laboratory isn't exactly that useful for us quite yet. I think it has to do with like demolishing and stuff. I don't know. I'd personally maybe say something more on lines of that. There is also the dire word here with the monument, but maybe we shouldn't do that as we hurt Lair and Heat with the druids and stuff over there. We now own your lands. How about that? I don't know. I'll have to discuss whatever. I mean, I personally think maybe the forge is just the.
Claim the forge.
Yeah, let's do that.
Zeph's vote is always to claim and expand your holdings in the desert. That's what he's going to push constantly. That's his line.
We'll fortify there. It's just
Now, you technically could just keep expanding the desert now, as that's one of your kingdoms. But we will put. I'll put something there for what his tribe starts with. I would say at least like maybe houses or something. I'll have to take a look, but they definitely start with something. But we're gonna try to claim the forge. That would be a +6 wilderness check.
oh man.
Do you want
Alright.
someone else to roll it?
I'll try to redeem myself.
Palms are sweaty.
And if I fail this, I'll execute myself.
No.
You said 6?
+6.
Oh.
No.
Love it.
Do we have any inspirations left to burn?
No.
I thought we do.
Have we burnt all 5?
We have. I've been keeping track of it.
Really?
I'm pretty sure Jupiter, me, Vyri,
Valros, Zeph?
Valros, Zeph.
Mm-hmm.
We burnt all 5?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, no. I feel bad on a failure. You failed to claim the hex.
It's the same thing that happened to
Just
us
do
last
it.
time.
That's
Just do it.
that is so rough.
Oh, hey, we got
listen,
that nat 20 though.
This
so.
is unconventional, Libera, but I will give you the option to forego next week's inspiration.
Oh. I'll do it. Fuck it.
All right, no inspiration for you next week. You
I'm
roll it
feeling
now.
extra inspired. We clear out the forest.
Just like, oh, by the way, I'm sick next week.
I'm actually not intending. No, I'll get everyone to say that we're gonna skip next week.
Yeah.
It'll be like technically on a Friday or something.
No, go ahead. A +6.
Whatever. Just keep going.
All right.
Just keep it rolling, everybody. All right.
That's tough. That's
Hey,
tough.
we at least got a hex this time.
Hey, I'll take it. There was a potential for us getting 3 hexes. At least we got 1. It just took
All right, we'll mark
absolute sheer willpower.
we'll mark that off as a failure at a 12. All right. Establish work site. What are we
well, this is-
establishing?
I know before we talked about
Smithy!
I don't think Smithy is
No,
one.
so this is establishing
Yeah,
a
it's a
work
resource.
site. So this would be
like stone. I
um,
think is what we talked
yeah,
about.
like
before, but-
along the river, you could do a quarry or something along the mountains or river. You could do a lumber along the forest. You could do a farmland. You know, you can
We
do a whole
need
bunch
food
of stuff.
though,
So.
to be honest. But we can buy food, I think. So I mean, I don't know. We could buy resources though too. So
I guess it comes down to there's no difference in the check, right? Depending on which one.
The check is based off of terrain cost, and then it's a +7 engineering. So the terrain cost This would be. What are you trying to build?
Either probably food or quarry. I know we talked about quarry last time, but obviously things have
You
changed.
can't do food with a work site that's farmland. So work site is either lumber or
Oh yeah,
stone.
sorry. Farmland. Where do you do farmland?
It's
It's its own thing. It's
it's
in the
It's its
same
own.
turn,
Okay, it's
so we could
farmland.
just swap that
You
out
could do
because we don't
farmland
have
if you wanted, or
because it was going to be claim hex, fortify hex. We can't fortify the hex that we couldn't claim, so that's a plus.
Well, no,
We can
we
fortify
can
the
fortify
desert.
the desert. Yeah.
yeah.
That's true.
well
So we
for
fortify the desert.
well fortify hex only gives us if you crit you get refunded some RP. If you succeed, you establish your fortification. What does a fortification give us? Like walls or something?
It's
Or-
like defenses and stuff. We actually don't know what's going on in the desert at all. I'd really want to fortify it personally, but
Let me just double check what it gives you. A fortified hex grants an additional bonus in warfare, but also gives traveling PCs a place to rest that prevents wandering monsters and interrupts their rest. So basically, you would stop random encounters for his people, as well as you're basically sending people to be guards, like to fortify his town, as well as it would be a safe place for you to like long rest in.
that's like
Um,
permanent, right? Like
it would be, but it's also not like required. It's up to you. So it becomes a safe place to rest. You send guards.
I mean,
I
that is
I
it.
would I would say it might be worthwhile uh
It also buffs things
early
in
on,
warfare checks.
since we're not at war right now. It might be worthwhile to like establish a farmland and
You're
then to
you're
establish a work site,
you're
right?
technically at
I
war.
think so.
The Cloud Giants have a army, technically an army block, and you guys
I
have
just
three
think
army blocks, and
Oh, okay.
you're technically kind of
Okay.
at war, kind of.
I'm just saying that desert is really far away, and I don't think we should
I
spread
don't
our.
want to risk it. Yeah.
It's so far. It's not that I don't care about the people. It's just that
It's
we
not
we
somewhere
need
you're gonna
food
rest
here.
right now. I would say probably benefit yourselves more at the moment. Yeah, until you're moving over there, you don't need to do that.
But I mean, if shit hits the fan and he says, "Yo, my people need help," we have an airship. Like we can take care of it.
I definitely want to do something with it, but I don't want to rush you guys into the desert right away. So we're definitely going to do some events and some stuff over there. But I would say that you don't have to fortify it right now.
Establish farmland.
Yeah, we're gonna need the food for sure, right?
We got more people to feed in the desert.
Establish a farmland. Yeah,
I'm with it.
let's do it. That's a +6 agriculture.
Do you guys want me to roll?
Plains or hills are the
Yes.
prominent terrain that is perfectly fine for this area. So that could be, the farmlands could be on Loudwater, but it could also be on the surrounding hexes. 'Cause
Hey,
your influence right now is 1, which means all of these are within your influence.
Let's influence this one, right?
Well, it's towards the cloud giants. I almost want to say I'd rather just stay
Rather
away
go
from.
this way.
At least not these two. Personally, I don't really
Yeah.
care otherwise. I don't think it
Oh
really
wait,
matters
what
otherwise.
if we go here and then next turn when we get the druids with us, the druids help grow the food with their lovely druid
I'm with it.
chip.
Makes sense. We
All
have
right.
houses on that side of it too, so it kind of checks out.
Where's the farmland going?
Wait,
Yeah, probably like as close, I'd say, like to. I'd
Into
almost
this
imagine to
hex?
be like outside because we have like houses and stuff on that side, from my understanding, right? With the bridge.
Now, let me just see. If you've you must spend 1 RP and check against control to see if the hex is permanently in hills. 2 RP if the check control to see +5. So yeah, 1 RP, and you don't. The hex is in the influence of one of your settlements. It is. You don't actually gain the hex, right? You establish. Yeah, you just have a work site, so you just have a farmland. So you don't gain the hex. You just have a farmland.
That makes sense. Like we're not.
So you're gonna get.
like,
You're gonna
all
get.
the
I
way
think
over
it's.
here.
I want to say it's 20 food next turn. I gotta double check how much food it is.
What?
Yeah, you get a lot of food for having a farmland.
Ooh, then we'll be able to trade all those extra supplies.
That's definitely a good call.
All right, so we have a farmland. So next turn you'll have a surplus of food, which you're gonna need because otherwise you would have been fucked for the next feeding your people. So, good stuff. One more activity.
I don't know. I still personally want to try to do a quarry, but I'm open to
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Open a
maybe try
quarry.
to do it on this side. Just once again, kind of keeping it away from Cloud Giant.
Mm-hmm.
So this would be hills or terrain. It's going to cost you 2 RP. Which
Oh,
will
can
bring
you
us
do
down
a
to
quarry? I
7.
guess over there specifically,
Or where are you building it?
we were gonna try it over here, but I mean,
Oh, that would be plains. Yeah, you can do it along the forest,
okay.
along the plain. So that'd be 1 RP. You're just digging a hole down around this. You're just digging out stone around the river, or whatever. So that would be
Plus, it's +7.
plus
That's a
7.
good
Yep,
chance again.
plus 7 engineering.
Sounds like the Viceroy role. Viceroy, not Viceroy. I don't know why I keep wanting to put an M.
Vince Roy.
I keep wanting to put an N.
Vince Von Viceroy, please roll me a plus 7 engineering check.
Barry the Vince Von Viceroy.
Fuck. Hey.
I even type it like that sometimes too. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
The Vince Roy. All right, we're opening up a quarry right here. Very cool. And that's a success. You establish a quarry in the hex. Done and done. So we did a farm and a quarry. Check and check. And then we have civic activities. Step 3, civic activities. Now this is where you guys are going to get to choose build a structure or demolish. I assume you're going to want to build. And then if you would like to choose 4 additional buildings, just spend gold. We can just upgrade Loudwater. Just dropping some of the gold.
All right, so this changes things because
I-
originally our choices were based off of
Having
unrest.
your fucking.
Yeah, we have no
yeah.
unrest. Things are looking calm in the city.
I mean, barracks still has a lot of benefit.
You need town hall, so that's just one.
Yeah, town hall's a must.
Town hall's a
I
must.
honestly want to say the watchtower. Personally, I really want to get.
So
a
one
heads
of them
up
we're
if-
putting at the risk of a roll, right? The others we are going to spend money on.
Let's do the most important 4. So the 4 that we can guarantee. So
'Kay.
town hall.
'Kay.
So we're down to 3. I agree with watchtower. Unrest isn't as big of a
Yeah.
deal. Food isn't as big of a deal since I mean we could reduce our consumption by 1, but it seems like we're about to have 20 food, so that's not as really
Let me
needed.
double check how much you get, but I do think it's a lot. Let me see. Farmland.
So hear me out. Town hall, watchtower. You're saying you want to do barracks still.
We need cemetery.
We need cemetery, and do you want to try to roll maybe for smithy?
I say
Or-
we roll for Smithy.
Yeah, we
because
roll for
smithy is
smithy.
it's not a big deal. I'd hate to fucking fail as a cemetery
No,
twice,
we
dude.
can't,
I'd
we
literally
can't.
Liberia just wouldn't come back to town, right? With like he just
We
can't show
killed
his face.
multiple people trying to build
You'd
this
get-
cemetery.
It'd get fucking tomatoed down the road. I can't do it.
What
Gotta
is
have a
seven-
cemetery inside the cemetery for the original. Here lies the people who died.
The losses were in the thousands for this cemetery. So much so that we built the second. So does everyone agree? Town hall, watchtower, barracks, cemetery, and roll for smithy?
There's only one thing that could be worth mentioning. I'm gonna find it right now. So barracks is 1. There is, I believe, a higher level, which comes from the barracks. So we can, Nick, I don't know how that would work. Would we be able to have a garrison if we haven't built the barracks already? Because it seems like you upgrade. Like we
That's
just have a
interesting.
garrison.
It does say upgrade. That is interesting.
Yeah, you can build just the upgraded version. It says upgrade because it expects you to start at the first one.
Now, do
Okay.
you, but that means you have to buy a barracks and a thing, right?
Let me double check that. So barracks costs
I mean, I'm cool with it.
6
We have the
RP,
gold. I
2
just wanna-
lumber, 1 stone, and you would upgrade it. And let me see what it would take to upgrade it.
We're just gonna buy it with the gold cost. Like we're
Yeah.
gonna include,
Lots to 28
even
RP,
if
6
it
lumber, 3
was.
stone. A garrison helps outfit the armies. No, I
I'm-
would say just the gold cost because it's just a structure 5, so I kind of like, I upped the gold value per structure level.
I'm cool to
Okay,
just do
so I'm cool to just do
Garrison.
yeah. So then Garrison is we'd have even a. That's a that's really awesome.
All right, so a garrison, a watchtower, a town hall.
As
Did I miss
Oh,
one?
that
Also,
is
this will be really good, by the way. Garrison will help us with the upcoming check after this, which is for our army.
Outfit armies and train them.
yeah.
Yep.
So that's gonna come in handy.
So that was 3 of them. What's the 4th?
So it was Town Hall, Watchtower,
Watchtower, garrison,
Garrison now, Cemetery.
cemetery.
And then we're going to roll for that smithy, I believe, right?
And then we're going to try to build
Yeah.
the smithy back. All right.
It's a Riz check.
Well, now
Uh,
we have to see if we have
a
enough
risk.
materials for it too, because it does.
Yeah, let me
have
see what it
cost-
takes to build the smithy
Good
here.
point. I mean, we could buy it, right?
We could, yeah.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
It's 8 RP, 2 lumber, 1 ore, 1 stone. We should have enough.
I
Actually,
think
really
so.
good. Some of them are actually higher. So
Yeah, it's good enough. So that would be civic activities, a smithy.
damn, it has a DC 18.
Because it's a higher building.
What's the like if you don't do it? What was that?
Don't do what? What do you mean?
Cost.
You said it's a roll to do the smithy, right?
Well, yeah, because that's the one that like there has to be a roll. We did our 4 that we're paying.
No,
for.
I just mean like, do we still spend the resource? I guess or no?
Yeah, let me pull this up here. Smithy.
Yeah, because if it's a DC 18, that's a little. I think that's a little high for us.
Let me
I
find
really
the
don't
smithy.
think.
It's a structure 3. DC 18 industry. So what's your industry check? Let me see here. Industry. We have a plus
We have
3.
like a plus 10. No, I
We have a
don't
plus
think that's.
3.
I will say another thing, and it's a little bit lower. And this is probably more RP wise than stat wise, but I know Liberia was thinking about the orphanage. I think you upgrade one of the houses to it.
Orphanage.
But it also says
structure 2.
and it's
An orphan for all the parents that we
upgrades
killed
from
building
houses.
the last cemetery.
well, it also helps for refugees too, as a place to temporarily stay as well.
It
So
can
I
help
don't- I mean,
supply
it could-
refugees, but preferably not all the time, though! Exclamation point. The
Well,
first
sure,
time you
but
build,
you
no,
know
that's
what
what
I
it
mean,
says in it.
Yeah.
The first time you build an orphanage, each kingdom turn reduce unrest by 1.
I'm just throwing it out there. I mean, it sounds like we're gonna have to do.
I think
probably
we
a
should
lower level
try
one.
to. Let's see. I was leaning more towards a jail.
I mean, that one's a good one.
Yeah.
Because we get a bonus to quell unrest. I don't know. We'd have to buy a little bit, and it's got a defense DC 16, but I think we have a higher defense check for the construction. That's still kind of high though. So I like the idea of orphanage. That's
There
DC 16 though too.
there is granary. We did just get that's a +1 a max food cap. So I know we're getting a
Granary.
Yeah,
surplus right
what
now.
is our max food cap?
I know we're
So I
getting a
was
lot of
just
food soon.
checking. So the first time that you do the farmland, you're gonna gain 20 food. But after that, it's you can harvest crops. It's a roll.
But that means we can like I guess,
For
keep more.
granary, let me see here.
Oh, we can only have a maximum of 4 commodities right now.
Yeah, because you're capped at 4 for your max on each.
So granary would be nice.
So a
if we
granary
can-
consists of silos, increases your maximum food capacity by 1. So okay, so 12 RP, 2 lumber, 1 lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of RP. Do we even have enough?
We technically do not.
There is also brewery. there was a +1 to establish trade agreements. That's if we were gonna go that route.
I did
Oh.
see that. Yeah. That
The
I think
Green Cobalt Brewery, bro.
What do we have left? 8 RP,
Uh,
so we have 8 RP worth of a building we can make.
Herbalist also came to mind. Um,
That's to provide care. +1.
it's 10 RP, which I think
There we go.
we're not at. What RP do we have? That'll actually determine.
8.
0.
8.
I thought we
Okay.
used the 8 RP on the thing.
On which?
That's
Building
what we
the
have left.
building?
Well, we just
I
bought.
No, we haven't
bought
built a
before.
building yet. We're talking about which
Oh.
which building we want to build for 8 RP.
Can we buy RP?
Mm,
We
I
only got 100 grand burning a hole in our pocket.
Yeah, no, we can't. That's the one thing
I
we
don't think
can't
so. I mean,
buy.
that's yeah. It
Yeah, it
seems like
seems
if we could
cheap.
just
it's not
Yeah.
really a resource. It's more like you can do this much stuff, right?
So a brewery could work. That's 6 RP. Um,
The Green
br- a
Cobalt
Brit-
Brewery.
a bridge, which
We
I
already have
think
a bridge.
we have
yeah,
the
you have a
bridge.
bridge to the other side of the river.
Yeah, that's why I crossed out the. There's ones that I crossed out. Those are ones we have. Houses we do have, obviously, but you can have more. But
Mm,
a festive hall. There's
Yeah.
not really any benefit to that right now. I'm just going through the list here. A general store we already have. A library.
Tannery gives you +1 to trade commodities.
then you have to pick a commodity, right?
No, it gives you a
Oh.
bonus to trade commodities.
I think we do the brewery just based off what I'm looking at. The only other options we'd have would be a library, which has a higher check and uses more materials.
Stable gives you an addition to your. Oh no, that's 8 RP. Yeah.
Orphanage as well. I think orphanage, brewery, or library. Not library. Yeah, library.
I think
I'm leaning
personally
towards the brewery.
Yeah,
That'd be my
I'm
vote.
cool with either or. I mean, I think RP wise, maybe Liberia would be a little bit more on the orphanage side, but I mean, either or is really good. I think.
Or shrine. That's the other one I'm seeing.
Well, it's only a +1 to celebrate holiday. I mean,
Which we don't even do. Well, I was thinking about the one higher than its actual level when determining what divine magic items are available, but
sounds like
I
something
think
later. Maybe we can invest in.
my gut tells me brewery, so that's my vote.
Okay.
I'll say brewery just because I think the political landscape of everything.
All right, we're gonna build a brewery. Let's take a look here at brewery, and that would be
The Green Cobalt Brewery.
Sorry, let me pull it up on this Kingdom sheet tracker. Turn tracker, brewery. All right, agriculture DC 15. What's our agriculture roll? +6.
Nice. Let's
Viceroy,
go.
Viceroy.
Vinceroy.
I
And
feel
we
like
have
this is the most appropriate spot for
Yep.
Viceroy.
So DC 15, we have a +6 roll.
Rolling hot.
Who's rolling?
Panda.
Vince Viceroy.
Vinceroy.
Vince
+6?
Viceroy Panda
Seven?
+6 +6
+7?
+6
+7? I was so close to a
+6
16!
+6 is just what you needed to fail, I guess, because it was a DC 15.
Why'd you guys say it like that, Nick?
Because
Can
she
I
needed
forego?
she
Can I
needed a
forego
+7.
my
know.
inspiration next time and re-roll?
Do you want to?
Yes, I never use it anyway.
All right, Panda and
I'd be like,
Libera.
you may lose 5 weeks out.
Oh,
inspiration.
baby! Yeah, right. What if I loan you
Yo.
the next campaign, Nick?
This whole
No
campaign
inspiration
work.
for me.
What if,
What if
all
I-
this week I don't take inspiration
Let me
on
cut you a
any of
deal.
our
Let me cut you a
campaigns?
deal. What if I take off one of my character's arms, huh? One arm. One arm, huh?
I can't
Wow.
cast any more magic. I'll be a fighter, Nick.
What if, hear me out, I
Take
let you
away a
kill
level.
one of my characters?
Take away a level. Just do it. Just do it. No, that's a success. We will take away your next week's inspiration. But that'll make it a success for a brewery to be established, and we'll spend the money on these other buildings. We'll get
Let's
those.
get drunk.
We'll get those placed in here in a moment. You guys can choose where they go on the map.
Let's get that Kobolds brewing.
Town Hall, Watchtower, Garrison, Cemetery, and a brewery. I will add all of that. But let's jump now to the final phase, which is the warfare phase here. And this is where we do our army activities. So each army can do one activity.
Yes.
And some of them are already doing activities, but let's just take a look here. So that would just be the skirmishers are fortified. That's about it. But you guys can deploy, you can disband, garrison, offense, outfit, recover, train. So let's go army to army. The green cloaks, currently your infantry within Loudwater. What are the green cloaks doing?
I obviously this isn't like I mean Jupiter's the general, but
Yeah.
this is always a council vote. He would come to you with what he thinks, is like the best option, and he definitely looks at the green cloaks as like
And
they're like our people, like they're not gonna leave.
They're
They're
currently
here to
trained
stay.
as well already with Toughened, so they are already trained.
Can they learn more tactics?
As they level up, and they level up with
As-
you. Right now they're level 1.
Okay, so they
So-
couldn't learn another tactic then?
No, not until you could
Now,
change it
they-
out, but they can't learn a
Okay.
new one yet.
Okay, so then we wouldn't want to train them for anything. I thought outfit was something we could do with them.
What does outfit do? Let's take a look. Provide them
Just
with
a-
better gear.
Does the garrison help us with that? I know.
I think so.
Yeah, it costs RP though to outfit them.
Mm-mm-mm.
Do we have enough in them?
I think we had 2 left over out of the brewery. The brewery was 6.
Trade check and
I wasn't
cost the
sure if
standard
we
amount
could
of RP
burn
for
our
the
gold on
gear.
this.
Cannot purchase magic
Super.
gear unless your kingdom is at least expert rank in magic. If you're distributing gear gained from the battle, this activity requires a basic warfare check and does not cost RP. Okay, so if you're taking gear from others, this does not cost RP. If you're just taking so you guys didn't like claim an army's worth of gear from anyone. So it would cost RP, which you have 2 left of. And let me just double check page 67.
Do we have the option of buying stuff? Jupiter, I mean, I know we have kingdom funds, but Jupiter would like
We could definitely spend the kingdom funds on gear. Page
think that makes
67
sense.
though,
I
let me
would-
check.
I mean, even Jupiter's like so, like I have a lot of gold. I'm not doing
Okay, so
anything really with.
so
Rather, it's
magic
the key.
armor. What about non-magic armor? Army gear, item level name, gear multiply the price. Okay. Gear price in RP. This lists the gear price in RP, additional weapons, army gear. What the fuck? Where is it?
So we can not do any of the armor because they're all too high level.
Yeah, I just thought something. It's like I didn't.
No, that's
really know.
magic armor. I'm trying to find the regular armor.
Well, that was the first pick. So while we're figuring that out, I don't think we're deploying anything. I think
I was gonna. I guess it's more also Nick confirming. Is there a possibility of deploying out to say Oral Bar, and then us going there in person and having, I guess, like their aid in attacking? Because I know there was a freaking crap ton of hill giants, if I'm correct, on Oral Bar.
Having their aid. Oral Bar is a ruined city. Yeah, so
Like
Oral Bar
to attack
and
them.
I'm sorry, what was
Or-
the question?
Perhaps I thought Oral Bar had a bunch
Okay,
of hill giants inside
It does.
of it.
It does. So there's one
okay, but-
army. I'll actually even just put them on the map because this might help you guys
know.
a little
Let's
bit
let
here.
the DM focus on the one thing though. We're getting off topic here.
All right. So there's the giant army over here.
We're
and
talking about the
and
first thing.
There's
now.
2 ways to handle it, okay? Now, you can handle it by either battling them by yourselves, or you can have your armies take them out. Either could reduce their numbers. But so I'm trying to find what it costs for the gear, and I'm just not finding that very easily. It
Well,
says right here, army gear name, item level, and then healing
so like
potions, magic gear +5, but that's all magic weapons +2, but that's not magic stuff. I don't see the basic stuff.
just above the healing potions, we can buy additional weapon, which gives them like a multi attack, right? Gains melee or range strike.
Yeah, but it says this lists the gear price in RP.
But we can't afford that either. So
Okay, so 10 RP. So it costs 10 RP, but like I said, you could spend money just to buy weapons.
and then all the magic stuff has a level, and you
The
can only
magic
buy
stuff, it
equal.
specifically says that you need something to buy magic gear here.
Yeah, we can't get that right now. So
Where did I just read that? I think I read it somewhere else, but you need to have something in order to buy magic gear. Otherwise,
yeah,
you can only buy the normal stuff.
and your kingdom level has to be
So you could
at
do
the
additional
level
weapons.
of.
It's 10 RP, and you can do healing potions. It's 15 RP per dose. They regain 1 HP per healing potion. They can carry up
But
to 3 doses.
additional weapons interesting because if you have an army that is melee, you can give them ranged, so they have both, and vice versa. That
Yeah,
could be
so
good, right?
let's do additional weapon would be, let's say that's let's just say it's 1,000 gold. And then healing potion we'll say is 1.5k. So we're just kind of doing 100 per RP. So you could do that for either of those, Jupiter. And this is, I'll screenshot what these two things do. Obviously, you guys can't, you're not in the magic weapons or the better stuff yet, but let me share this with you. So the top two options there. So it'd be 1,000 for extra weapon, or it'd be 1.5 thousand for potions. And you could do potions up to 3 times per army.
Yeah, I mean, it's not my choice. So
Well, I think you were well, I mean, we were deciding as a group, but you were offering for the green cloaks to potentially equip weapons or equip potions.
I mean, if we have 100,000 gold, we could take it out of the kingdom funds. So
All right. So what activity would we do for the green cloaks? Do they want weapons for 1,000?
sure.
What do they have currently all melee?
They are infantry, so they would have melee. Yeah, so they would gain the range strike option. So additional weapons, we'll add that. And that'll just be 1k. And then we have the Elturel Hell Riders. What activity would they do? We're almost done the turn.
General.
I don't know. Sorry.
I thought you wanted to do it.
I it's like so many notes here. Yeah, I don't know. So that's all I gotta say.
Were the Hell Riders? They had a bad event, right, last turn.
They got lost trying to find the goblins. They came back to town.
So Affliction lost. Oh, but they're back, right?
Yep, they're back. And they have no extra training, so you guys could train them for a specific thing, or you could send them to go do something. They're an Army 3. Oh no, they do have training. They have overrun, melee weapons plus 12. No, they don't have any tactics. So you could train them with a tactic, but also you could deploy them somewhere. Or garrison them, or outfit them.
I say they don't have attack.
They do not have a tactic yet.
Can you send them to the desert? My people need the support. If you're not going to fortify the hex, at least send me an army.
Well, the problem is there's an army heading here, Zeph. I don't mean to sound cruel, but you weren't here when they attacked. Jupiter was. Tell you of the bloodshed.
It was rather unpleasant.
You can employ with exploration or boating if you want to deploy them somewhere.
Yeah, so we can use them to explore a hex.
Well, the cavalry is ours. It's the. What was the name of the other army? Third army, sorry.
The skirmishers, the Force Grey. There's the Elturel Hellriders, the Force Grey from Waterdeep, and your Green Cloak. The Green Cloaks.
It's whatever you think, brother, but Force Grey isn't. They're not staying with us forever. There's a chance we can utilize them, perhaps, against the giant army in Orbar. You were here during the attack. I think you would know better. Perhaps you've trained with them. Say it's your call. You know the enemy better than us, and you know those men better.
You should just keep them at Loudwater.
Have them garrison, plus 6 to defense.
Yep.
All right, attempt to defense check, plus 6. That would be a critical success, which, let's see, the army becomes fortified until it is deployed. Additionally, the efficiency of the garrison, oh, I can't read the whole thing. What's it say? Officially, the garrison reduces the army's consumption by 2 to a minimum of 1 until it's deployed. So their consumption goes down. So that's nice. Let me put that on here. Consumption from 2 goes down to 1. All right, and then the Force Grey.
Maybe we could garrison them at a work site.
Put them at the quarry.
Yeah, it's just my suggestion, not my call.
Oh, wait, so they are the ones that are fortified. Let me see. So fortified means what exactly? Oh, that's just the thing they're trained with. Okay. So yeah, they could be deployed. That would be a +3 d20 roll. That would be exploration +3. That is a success, which will give us, they arrive at their destination. They will be deployed at the quarry here. So we'll just put them right there next to it. Very cool. All right, guys, and that is that. Next, we have the event phase and stuff that I'm going to resolve quickly here during the break. And then when we come back, we'll figure out what we're doing after this, if we're going to continue or end a little early tonight. We'll figure that out. But let's do a 10-minute break either way while I do a random event and see if we have anything I gotta set up. So stream, we'll be right back.
the army at Lork, or even just going
Okay.
for it. I mean, I think it all sounds like it's probably the Giants.
Alrighty, so then we'll end tonight early here, but we'll come back next week preparing to invade Orobar, clear out Lork, gauge their armies, prepare yours, and start moving east.
Well, who knows if it even needs to come to blows? I mean, according to your intel, they're led by a woman, and we got 4 eligible bachelors in the party and 1 eligible bachelorette if she leans that direction. So who says we even need to fight at all?
We
Yeah,
must marry
know.
the storm.
Marry the giants, yes.
Stop.
I mean,
I think it's past marriage for me.
it's probably like a scale ratio issue, but that's up to you, I guess, to figure out.
Giant potions.
Giant potion, enlarge, reduce.
Large reduce? Yeah,
Oh.
Make
we
her
could figure
smaller,
it
make
out.
you
Lower
bigger.
than any size.
Question: could you localize and enlarge, reduce to
Well, I think
greater
you're gonna
effect?
you'd have to not localize it because you got to make her smaller and you bigger because this is a big issue here, So we're gonna need a lot of
Okay.
enlarge reducing.
I can't just enlarge like my penis specifically. That's what you're saying.
It's debatable. I would talk to your local
Like a
arcanist.
focused enlarge.
Talk to your local arcanist about that and just check.
We don't have one. We don't know magic.
Kuravar comes over and says, "Oh, I could show you a thing or two."
I don't
Oh,
want to
God.
learn it from
No,
you.
no, no.
Unfortunately, that is gonna be it for tonight. It was a lot of fun, guys. We got our kingdom turn done. We leveled up, kingdom level 2, woo! And we claimed a hex over in the Anarok Desert. It'll be fun to explore that once we get to that. A lot going on there with Zeph's backstory and with some, as he knows, red dragons in the area. But plenty more, I'm sure, to deal with.
That's
And,
where I head out with Khalil.
That's, yeah, exactly. That's Violet killing people. A lot to do next time. We'll come back. We'll check out Oral Bar and Lork. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for playing,
Bye,
guys.
stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.